Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you, my Iranian friends, once again. I'm so honored to be with the National Council of Resistance of Iran, the MEK, and your exceptional, courageous leader, Maryam Rajavi. I join my American colleagues in fully supporting your resistance movement, your drive for a free Iran, your willingness under the leadership of Maryam Rajavi to inspire the people of Iran and the people around the world by vividly bringing to the world's attention the struggle of the Iranian people for their freedom. Just in the last year, 1,500 brave Iranian people were killed by the mullahs because they protested against the regime's tyranny. 12,000 are in prison and are being tortured. And as noted, the hero, Mr. Afkari, who was in prison, who was tortured, was murdered this week by the mullahs. His name is added to the 120,000 Iranian people that have been murdered by this heinous regime. The brave Iranian souls put everything at risk in their lives for love of country and the freedom of the Iranian people. This is true honor. Let their example fuel our determination and our persistence to vigorously support the fight for a free Iran. The momentum is truly shifting very dramatically against the mullahs. When President Trump made his first international trip to Riyadh in July 2017, with 54 leaders from the Middle East present, he promised the following: I stand side by side with you against Iran, the major strategic threat to the region. Together, we will confront Iran's aggression and their malign behavior. And so, with that statement, a United States president ended 40 years of appeasing Iran under the leadership of Democratic and Republican American presidents. To underscore the U.S. commitment to further isolate Iran, President Trump withdrew from the JCPOA the following year in 2018, which had provided the mullahs with over $100 billion to fuel their proxy wars and state-sponsored terrorism, while providing Iran an uninterrupted path to a nuclear weapon. What an absurdity that was. And just this year, to further demonstrate U.S. commitment to regional security, Qasem Soleimani, the Quds Force commander, who organized and ran the Iranian proxy wars in the Middle East and the terror campaigns worldwide, and as we all know, is the chief enforcer for the mullahs in brutalizing and killing the Iranian people when they demonstrate, he was finally killed, as it should have been a number of years ago. The United States is pushing the UN in the direction of sustaining the arms agreement against the regime, which obviously needs to be continued. What the United States is pursuing is a maximum pressure campaign to significantly reduce Iran's revenues and resources. The sale of oil, as we know, is down 90%. Inflation has spiraled out of control, and Iran's economy is generally failing. Not surprising, the Iranian people don't blame America they correctly blame the mullahs and the IRGC. Ali Khamenei and the mullahs desperately tried to create a global economic crisis by attempting to disrupt the flow of oil in the Persian Gulf, but failed miserably. The mullahs' goal to pressure the international community to force the United States to end the pressure campaign also failed. The people of Iran recognize that the mullahs are back on their heels. The regime is much weaker, more vulnerable, largely defensive, and more isolated than ever. The Iranian people see and feel the momentum gaining against the mullahs. The Iranian people know full well that they are the point of the spear. The Iranian people know they are on a path to regime change. The United States and the international community are with the Iranian people in their struggle for regime change and for freedom. We in the United States are inspired by the Iranian people's raw courage and by Maryam Rajavi's leadership and what she will achieve as president of a free Iran. We identify completely with the chants of the Iranian people in the streets of Iran. Shame on you, Khamenei. Leave our country alone. No to Gaza. No to Lebanon. No to Syria. We sacrifice our lives for Iran. Mullahs get lost. Free Iran. Free Iran, free Iran. Thank you so much.